In a recent video, I went over why it's so important for engineers to care about their shadow work or their thinking about their thinking. In this video, I'm going to be going over some more specific examples of what it might look like when an engineer doesn't do that inner shadow work and what you can watch out for when you're at work. Let's get into it. Here's a link to the original shadow work video I was mentioning, and I had a very thoughtful comment which was asking for more specific examples of shadow work and what it might look like when an engineer doesn't do it. The first thing that you might see, which is going to probably be the most obvious, is this person might have a permanent victim mindset. And this victim mindset will do them no favors. But if they're very good at being a victim, they could be very good at making everyone around them feel quite bad all the time if things don't go their way. So they're not getting those raises or those promotions, and they externalize everything. So they don't take any ownership over anything that goes on to them. Everything happens to them. They're just a passenger in their life. So this is not the victimhood Olympics. So you need to take some ownership over your life. If you see someone around you permanently playing a victim, that's something where I definitely would take extra precaution when you interact with them, because you never know when that person might play the victim in relation to something that you did to them. So I would definitely be not walking on eggshells, but acting with integrity. Like I always say in this channel, act with integrity above all things, and pay attention to what that person's doing and make sure you are covering yourself if they decide to play the victim and accuse you of something. When it comes to externalizing that negativity, I really love the old quote, if you think everyone's an asshole, you are probably the asshole. And you do see this at work, where you have these people who feel singled out all the time, and it usually is them that's doing the singling out of others. And everyone else in the room can see it. It's sort of the victim mindset in a slightly different angle, and they think everybody's an asshole and out to get them, but it's really just likely a combination of Hamlin's razor, so never attribute to malice, which is most likely explained by stupidity, and incompetence, which kind of goes along with Hamlin's razor, and people just not paying attention. So if people feel singled out all the time, maybe they're just singling others out, or they're playing the victim again. So there's a lot of this victimhood going on with people that don't do their inner thinking about their thinking, because the lack of introspection is really the start of all of this, because that introspection is the first part when you're building your emotional intelligence. That self-awareness is the base that you build the rest of your emotional intelligence skills upon. Another super fascinating thing you can see is when people will make lots of excuses as to why they can't change. So instead of coming up with a creative way for you to learn how to change your situation, they just come up with a huge amount of rationalizations as to why they can't change. Now, as you increase your intelligence, your rationalizations might sound more intelligent, but they're still rationalizations. So they're just going to sound more intelligent. You see what I'm saying here? So you're still rationalizing. So your little hamster in your brain is still spinning. He might be spinning the wheel faster, so your rationalizations sound better, but you're still rationalizing. When we're talking about shadow work, when you stare into the pit stares into you. And it's gonna be scary the first few times you do anything when it comes to inner work or shadow work, but all that personal growth is on the other side of the pit. And facing your fears, and your future self will thank you for doing that inner shadow work. And those around you at work will thank you. Even if they don't overtly thank you, they will definitely see the benefits of you doing that inner shadow work. And noticing these people in your organization that don't do it should give you the appreciation of why it's so important. I know you got quite a bit out of this emotional intelligence topic. If you want more emotional intelligence, I have a playlist you can check out over here. Or if you're ready to become a social intelligence or SQ rockstar, you can get started up here. Or keep doing what you're doing and getting the results you've been getting. Up to you.